All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my messy, wrong side, my room. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my thing that I've got going on right now. Still got to work on that. Okay, so talking to people. I was really bad at talking to people, even though as a kid, I was super excited and I love people and blah, blah, blah. Zero shyness. Like, no shyness whatsoever. But then, I was shy through middle school and high school, not easy times in our lives. And I was in a military school, which was not a comfortable place to be in. So I've, especially because the people that were in military school have had very different views of the world than I did. And it was a whole other structure. I just felt kind of left out. But that's fine. Um, I had some friends. E- Even though I've always been a person that really needs to talk to everyone, that those few friendships really made going through high school and middle school possible. But I really like talking to people and I want to know everything about everyone. And it was really hard not being able to do that because some people just need one friend. I need to talk to everybody and their moms. So I really felt that lack of confidence and it made me really, really annoyed and envious of the people that could do that. But I got through it. I got through that shyness. And I made a lot of mistakes while talking to people because it was my first time in a long time talking to everyone. But here's what I learned. And now you can learn from me so you don't have to go through the same mistakes. One person going through those mistakes is more than enough. So here we go. The first thing I'd say, it's just get it out of your head. And I say that because through middle school and high school, I was depressed. And it just made me think of only myself. What I mean by that is not that, oh, I was so selfish because I was depressed and blah, blah, blah. No, I mean that you're only thinking about yourself when you're talking to someone. It's like, oh, am I smiling too much? If I say this, will they hate me? If I say that, will they hate me? Oh no, do I tell my story now? Do I tell this later? And blah, 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 blah. That's not how you talk to people. You need to first things first, be genuinely interested in what they have to say. That's the most important thing. Ask questions, remember what they said, and I'm really bad at remembering dates and specific dates and names, but get one thing that some person likes and try to always remember at least that one thing. One thing, you don't have to remember the whole person's life, especially if you really like talking to everyone, but try to remember one thing about the person. And with that, you already got half of the way. You're already halfway done. It's things are already looking up for you. The second thing I'd say is, well, this one's kind of obvious. The most important one I already said. It's genuinely be interested in people. So that's the big deal. Ask questions. People love talking about themselves. But the second thing I'd say is try to understand the person. I wanted to say don't speak about politics or whatever. Sometimes the other person starts. Try to find middle ground. I don't know if that's the right word, but try to find something you guys have in common. One thing, one small thing, if you want to keep talking to the person, right? It's just, everyone's different. But a lot of people have the same interests and want the same thing. They want to go home and, I don't know, or to go home and watch this TV show, or they want to have a farm. That's their dream, their big goal in life. They're learning how to sew. They are trying to cook. So just try to find something you guys have in common. And last but not least, sorry, English is not, it's not easy if you don't speak it every day. But the third thing is, assume everyone is awkward. Assume everyone doesn't know how to speak to people, because that is more true than one would think. We are living in a technology age where it's way easier to type than it is to speak face to face. So assume everyone wants to talk. Even though I say that, but also it's not always. Sometimes people give you hints that they do not want to talk, and try to pick up on those. I'd say the 2 first questions, the 3 first questions, if they don't respond in an excited manner, or if they don't ask questions back, just 2 or 3 questions. Just try to get a read on the person. If they don't smile, don't make eye contact, and don't ask questions, those are good indicators that they do not want to talk. Obviously, that's not true for everyone, but it's a good rule of thumb. It's a good thing. It's a good guide for you to keep. All right. I believe I have shared all the knowledge that I can. I'm still getting used to this whole YouTube thing. I don't know how fast to talk. I still use a lot of filler words, and I'm still learning how to edit, but I felt like if I didn't get things done and start, I would never start. So here I am. I have nothing. I barely have a camera because clearly this thing could be better. But yes, this is all for today. Thank you so much for being here. If you've made it this far, which I highly doubt that anyone will. But yeah. Hi, nice to meet you.